2 weeks from now, I got to go back to Oxford, so I'm already starting to get prepared, so I'm not going to get too happy. I told our guys before every now and then they're asking me, Coach, you impressed yet? And I really haven't. I really haven't been. Part of it is just, we haven't played that many ranked teams yet, right? And but Ole Miss comes in ranked, and they're a good team. They're really well coached and really good personnel. Older guys, golly. When you look at Jamin Brakefield or Matthew Morrell or Alan Flanagan, and the kid Murray, those guys have played a lot of basketball, and all those, each one of them are 20-point-a-night guys, And so to play that well and to control the game like we did was impressive. I thought particularly the way we guarded, and again, did a good job of, especially in the first half, guarded without fouling. I thought, a great example of what I want this team to try to be like. A couple of things. The Ira Bowman helps me with the substitution, Leo Berman got a rotation in there and was playing really well. In particular, the defensive end. He was physical. Had gone up against Al, for 4 years, and had really did a nice job. Was working really hard defensively. Was effective out there. It was more than his time to come out. And Chad Baker was due to come in, and Chad Baker says to Ira, leave him in there. Leor's playing so great. When you got teammates like that, that's really special. So hope we can keep that going. Turned it over a little bit too much, but other than that, and played well.
Hoke.
Hey Bruce, just talk about defensively. You held them 9 of 31 in the second half. How far has this team come from before the season? You talked about defense was sort of what you wanted to see, and 59 points is a pretty good team.
Yeah, they're locked in, and I think they're beginning to enjoy the fact that they have the ability to make it difficult on the opponent, and they're creating some offense from their defense. But again, it goes back to being unselfish. You realize the effort that it takes to be in the right spot at the right time and to do the things that they've got to do to be able to, sit out and guard. Matthew Morrell averaged 24 against us last year. Averaged. Shot, he shot 2 free throws tonight. He shot like 22 last year in 2 games. So, the defense can carry us if we can continue to, do this. Obviously our mind is set. We know where we got to go on Wednesday. We understand what an unbelievably tough cover Alabama is. So it's going to be important, and we know how physical and athletic and how hard Mississippi State plays. So,
Mike.
Coach, 40 points from the bench tonight. You continue to have one of the most productive benches in the country. How have you been able to get so much production from that group and compared to previous years?
Well, we've been saying all along that when we go to the bench, we don't drop off. And my question was, is it because our bench is that good or our starters aren't good enough? Because all summer and fall, it was even. I could start Aiden or Trey. I could start KD or Denver. I could start Chad Baker. He's my best 3-man. Chris Leor will tell you that. He's coming off the bench. Jalen has been terrific. But Chaney Johnson, did he not show you some freak tonight? There's some freaky stuff he's able to do out there. I tell you what. And I was happy for Chaney. I'm hard on Chaney. Boy, he works hard, and wow. And then Dylan and Janai, 2 really, really good centers that are both different but are both extremely impactful. I thought Stephen Pearl tonight had the scout, and he had it. Brilliant game plan.
defense, and then for
Coach, you've talked a little bit about putting together two good halves this season. What did you see in the second half, and how important is it to maintain that focus whenever the score gets a little lopsided?
Well, I mean, I think Ole Miss had a little bit to do with it. I think Chris recognized that they weren't going to win the game and started to go to his bench a little bit. And, you know they got us in 2 weeks. So, you know, it was 17, was it 17 at halftime? 19. And we were able to still manage to outplay them, you know, in the second half a little bit. We play them in 2 weeks out there, man. It's going to be, they'll be happy that the score is 0-0. I mean, that's what happens when you get down like that. So, played well.
BP, Dylan was in here just a second ago. He said this is the closest team he's ever been on. Have you seen that from these guys, and like how much does that make an impact on the floor in the games?
It's everything. Their closeness. They're you know, but we haven't had adversity either now. So you know, adversity can build character, but it will reveal it. And we haven't had much adversity. But to Dylan's point, when you've got Dylan Carwell and Chris Moore, Trey Donaldson, Jalen Williams, K.D. Johnson, Leo Berman returning, and I can sell the families of all the recruits, and I could tell Denver's family and Aiden's family and Chaney's family and Chad Baker's family and AD's family, you're coming into a great locker room with great kids. And then when it actually works out that way, and they do get close. You know, they appreciate Auburn, they appreciate the jungle, and appreciate Neville, and they appreciate the support. But that culture is clearly, you know, and Janai, returning player, you know, you bring those two things together, and it's a powerful force.
Hey, Coach. What improvements have you seen so far this season, and what are some things you still have to work on heading into Alabama next week?
What was the first part of it?
What improvements have you seen so far this season?
Improvements?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we've improved tremendously defensively. Our point guards have done a really good job of not turning it over, trying to do too much, and well, they're pretty efficient. They understand the offense. They both want to do really well. They want to be coached. So we've improved on the defensive end. You know, I think that, you know, can we play at the level as the competition increases? That's it. We'll as greater competition and athletes and size and physicality increase, will we continue to play at this level? We really don't have to play a whole lot better than we're playing well enough. Can we keep playing this well as the competition increases?
Nathan.
Okay.
Nathan.
I'm sorry.
Dylan mentioned that the game plan was not to go inside because of their shot blockers. Still, you guys have 42 points in the paint. I guess, how did you see those openings, I guess, come about so effectively for you all?
Well, the game plan wasn't to just post up, but through ball screen, we were able to get the ball inside. And so, yeah, just throwing it in there and trying to make one-on-one plays in those guys, or driving it down and having them, no. So we were conscious of that as far as just pure post-up. But we still were able to get the ball through our ball screen offense inside.
All right, two more questions, B. Matt, and then Zener.
Yeah, just building on what Ferg asked you about Dylan and the closeness of his team. Dylan mentioned a couple of times that during the summer that you encouraged them to eat together every meal if possible. And he said that played a part in that closeness. Do you feel like little things like that can make a difference?
Well, I think that's a way of, it's a way of putting them in positions to try to get to know each other and things like that. We had breakfast and we made them do certain things like that. But I just think it's the kind of guys you try to recruit. Honestly, I just think, and then when they know, like Denver knew he was going to a situation where we're going to share it. And he chose to go from a place where he's the leading scorer in the league, averaging over 20 a game, knowing that his shots were being protected down. But I'm telling you, I mean, he made he made a couple big shots. Denver could be He could be our leading scorer if we did more for him. He could be. And yet he goes, all right, who's my guy? Who do I got to guard tonight? And I know that when he's open, he can make plays, and he's going to improve a great deal. He's going to do so many things in the offseason to get better. But that's been our key.
And last one, Zener.
Sorry for a little bit of a big picture question, but it took you guys maybe a little while to make believers out of folks and get in the rankings. Maybe that's because of the schedule. Did that help a team maybe stay focused, keep grounded, and just keep working and improving without getting caught up in all that?
So far, they're having fun in spite of me. And I mean it. You know, they're having fun in spite of me. We are still not as good as they think we are. I mean, right now, we're not. We're better than they thought we were. We'll just see. We'll just see how the play. We'll just keep playing it out. This is a very good win tonight because of the margin against a good team. You know, let's see what this week brings.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank
and
you.
then Coach is going live in 4 minutes.